I wish I started sooner. Not because I wanted success faster, but because I wasted so much time waiting to feel ready. If I could talk to my younger self, I'd tell him one thing: start now. Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for confidence. Because every day you wait, you lose a version of yourself that could have already grown. I used to think growth came from big changes, new goals, new routines, new opportunities. But what really changed my life were the small habits I kept ignoring. The ones that looked too simple to matter. The ones I said I'd start someday. Looking back, these are the habits I wish I started sooner. Because they didn't just change what I did, they changed who I became. Now don't get me wrong, I used to read a lot, but only because I had to. Textbooks, lecture notes, exam guides. I was reading to pass, not to grow. And while that's not wrong, I wish I had read the other kind of books. The ones that teach you about money, people, habits, mindset, books on finance, on leadership, on business, and how to manage life, not just school. Because those books don't just give you answers. They give you perspective. They help you understand yourself and the world around you. They make you see how much control you actually have and how much you've been wasting waiting to figure it out later. If I had started reading them sooner, I would have made fewer mistakes. I would have learned from people who already walked the path I was trying to find. 10 pages of the right book can do more for your mind than 10 hours of scrolling. So don't read just to pass your exams. Read to pass through life with wisdom. I used to think journaling was pointless, something only writers, therapists, or people with perfect handwriting did. I was too busy trying to fix my life to actually understand it. My thoughts were everywhere, scattered, noisy, always running. I didn't realize I was living in mental traffic. Then one day, I picked up a pen. No plan, no rules, just words. And what started as a mess slowly became a mirror. Journaling helped me see patterns. The habits that drained me, the thoughts that lied to me, and the moments I never appreciated because I was too distracted to notice. Sometimes I wrote paragraphs, sometimes just a single sentence. And some days, I didn't write at all. I drew little doodles, random pictures, snapshots of memories that words couldn't describe. That's when I discovered picture journaling, a way to capture emotions, not just events. A sunrise I didn't want to forget, a quote that hit too deep, a face, a place, a feeling. It all became part of my story. Looking back, journaling didn't just organize my thoughts. It quieted them. It gave me clarity when my mind was chaos, and peace when life felt too loud. If I had started sooner, I would have known myself earlier. Sometimes, writing isn't about remembering your day. It's about remembering yourself. And then there's taking pictures and videos to capture the moments that actually meant something to me. Not for Instagram, not for stories, but for me. I used to only take photos on big days, birthdays, trips, parties. But I miss the smaller ones, the ones that actually made me feel alive. Like that random evening with friends when we laughed so hard our stomachs hurt. Or the day I finally got that gadget I'd been saving for. That feeling of holding something you worked for. Or just those simple days when life wasn't perfect, but it was peaceful. I wish I captured more of those. Not because I wanted to post them, but because they remind you who you were and how far you've come. Sometimes, the best memories aren't meant to be shared. They're meant to be kept. For this one, I'll be honest. I used to be that person. The one with 10 tabs open, a phone in one hand, music playing in the background, and somehow convincing myself I was being productive. But I wasn't. I was just busy. Busy switching, busy reacting, busy running in circles. And here's the thing. I thought multitasking made me efficient. But all it really did was scatter my focus and steal my peace. I'd get to the end of the day and feel exhausted. It's strangely unfinished. Like I had done everything and nothing at the same time. Then one day, I tried something different. Doing just one thing. No background noise. No switching tabs. Just me and the task. And it was weird at first. Quiet, almost too quiet. But in that silence, I realized how loud my mind had been all along. When I stopped trying to live 5 lives at once, I started being present in the one I actually have. Suddenly, I noticed things again. The taste of my food, the sound of rain, The calm that comes when your mind isn't split into pieces. And strangely enough, I got more done because I was finally giving each thing the attention it deserved. Single tasking taught me something I wish I'd learned years ago. Focus isn't about trying harder. It's about being here. Do less, but do it with your full heart. You know that moment when you see someone you'd like to talk to, but your mind whispers, don't. You'll look awkward. So you stay silent. You scroll your phone, pretend to be busy, and walk away like it never mattered. But deep down it did. I used to be that person, always waiting for confidence to magically appear before I spoke up, before I started a conversation, before I tried something new. But here's the truth I learned. Confidence doesn't come first. Action does. The first few times I tried to talk to strangers, my heart raced like I was running a marathon. My voice shook. My words stumbled. But then something changed. Not instantly, but gradually. The more I spoke, the less I feared. The more I reached out, the more I realized people aren't as scary as my thoughts made them seem. And every new conversation, every small connection, built a quiet kind of confidence inside me. The kind that doesn't shout or show off, but simply says, I belong here too. Talking to strangers, making new friends. It taught me that confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about being willing, even when you're scared. Every smile you give, every hello you say, every small risk you take, that's how confidence is built. Brick by brick, word by word, moment by moment. I wish I started sooner, because the best people I've met, the ones who changed my life, were once strangers I almost never talked to. You know what's crazy? For the longest time, I thought saying no made me a bad person. I said yes to everything. Favors, meetups, projects, even when I was exhausted. I didn't want to disappoint anyone. But every time I said yes to things that drained me, I was silently saying no to myself. And that's what no one tells you. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give your best when you're constantly running on fumes. Learning to say no wasn't about being selfish. It was about being honest. Honest about what I could handle. Honest about what truly mattered. And with that came something I wish I learned much earlier. Being kind to myself. We talk about kindness like it's something we only owe to others. But what about you? When was the last time you did something nice for yourself? Bought yourself that thing you've always wanted? Took a quiet evening just to rest? Or celebrated a small win without feeling guilty? Being kind to yourself isn't indulgence. It's maintenance. It's how you refill your energy, rebuild your confidence, and remind yourself that you matter too. Saying no and showing kindness to yourself, those two things go hand in hand. Because when you protect your peace, you make space for the version of you who's ready to grow. If there's one thing life keeps teaching me, it's this. You don't suddenly become the person you dream of being. You grow into them, one small decision at a time. Every book you read, every thought you write down, every time you choose focus over distraction, every moment you protect your peace, you're shaping a future version of yourself who's stronger, clearer, and more confident than you can imagine. But here's the truth most people never realize. The future doesn't come find you. You build it. And the longer you wait, the further it drifts. So stop waiting for the right time, the right mood, the right motivation. It's not coming. Start now. Start scared. Start unsure. Start anyway. Because one day, you'll look back at this exact moment and say, that was the day everything started to change. Don't just wish you started sooner. Make today the day you finally do. And hey, if this message hit you, don't let it stop here. Share it with someone who needs to hear it too. And if you found this valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay connected, because we're just getting started.